In the news, Buhari congratulates incoming British Prime Minister SUNAK. ATIKU TINUBU, Obi demands security beef up, rejects campaign suspension. 42-year-old RISHI SUNAK emerges new UK Prime Minister. And Ministry makes U-turn, release parasports in National Festival. This is the MLC TV News Hour, reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the confluent state of Nigeria. I am Khadijat Mohammed. The President Muhammadu Buhari said Nigeria looks forward to working with the incoming British Prime Minister, RISHI SUNAK, across several fronts including anti-terrorism, food security, energy access and climate change. The statement by President Muhammadu Buhari reads, "On behalf of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the largest of 21 countries of Africa that are members of the Commonwealth, I welcome incoming British Prime Minister RISHI SUNAK to office." The President added that the Commonwealth of Nations will stand against terrorism with a renewed determination to address the world food crisis that is driving up the cost of living for people and families globally. Dr. Victoria Hawau Jato has called on organizations and privileged individuals to assist government in providing succor for victims of the flood menace that has ravaged many states in Nigeria. The founder made the call in Lokoja while donating a truckload of rice, kitchen utensils and other relief materials to flood victims in Kogi State. She bemoaned the devastating effects of 2022 flood that has led to loss of lives, displaced people from their homes, and destroyed people's sources of livelihood. The founder of Rural Education and Empowerment Program, a non-governmental organization, commended Kogi State government for its untiring efforts to mitigate the menace and provide support to victims. She, however, noted that provision of support should not be left for government alone. She led other members of the NGO to internally displaced persons IDP camps in Lokoja, Kotokarfe, and other parts of the state, emphasizing that special attention should be given to girls and women. She sought extra protection for girls and women in the IDP camps. The founder pledged to collaborate with the government and other bodies to continue to uplift the people of Kogi State in particular and Nigeria in general. The Rural Education and Empowerment Program, REEP, was set up to help brilliant but indigent rural children to get the best quality education up to the highest levels. The executive chairman of Toto Local Government Area of Nasarawa State, Aliu Abdullahi Tashas, has taken a proactive measure to avoid the looming farmers-herders clash in the area. In a press statement issued by Yahya Idris Toto, Senior Special Assistant, Media and Communications Office of the Executive Chairman, said the council boss gave the warning while holding security meeting which had in attendance community leaders, farmers and herders within Toto local government. The council boss has expressed his dissatisfaction with the activities of herders who continue to feed their cows with crops and urged to desist even as he said the law will not take it lightly with anyone caught. The council boss, who was represented by Vice Chairman Abubakar Haruna Kwanakis, told farmers herders during security meeting held at the council secretariat that there are widespread evidences against their illegitimate activities. The chairman said the meeting became imperative following a series of petitions from farmers whose farms were invaded by herders, leading to destruction of crops. On politics, the presidential campaign organizations of the People's Democratic Party, the All Progressives Congress, and the Labour Party have demanded increased security on campaign grounds. Speaking against the backdrop of the terror alerts issued on Sunday by the United States Mission and British High Commission in Nigeria, the councils also insisted that they would not suspend their rallies. The group spoke to journalists on Monday on behalf of their presidential candidates, ATIKU Abubakar of the PDP, Bola Tinubu, APC, and Peter Obi of the Labour Party. This is as the police pledged to deploy more personnel on campaign grounds and strengthen security nationwide. The warnings noted that the targets might include government buildings, places of worship, schools, markets, shopping malls, hotels, bars, restaurants, sports gatherings, transport terminals, law enforcement facilities, and international organizations. But speaking on the development, a spokesperson for the PDP Council, Kola Olobodiyo, tasked the federal government to provide adequate security not just at the campaign rallies, but across the length and breadth of the country. The National Publicity Secretary of the Labour Party, Abayomi Arabambe, said the police must provide security at rallies, noting that the party had written to the police for protection. Similarly, the spokesperson for TINUBU Shetima Presidential Campaign Council, Festus Keyamo, explained that the council had a security directorate that could handle any safety issues during the APC rallies. A federal high court in Abuja has granted the request by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, for the final forfeiture of some assets held in Abuja by former Minister of Petroleum Resources, Diezani Alice Madueke. Justice Mobolaji Olajuwon, in a ruling on Monday, ordered that the assets, 2 houses and 2 luxury cars, be permanently forfeited to the federal government. The 2 houses are located at plot 1854 Mohammed Mahashir Street, Asokoro, and number 6 Aso Drive in Maitama, which value the EFCC put at $2,674,418 and 380 million naira. The luxury cars are a black BMW saloon with a black Jaguar saloon car valued at 36 million naira. Justice Olajuwon issued the order of final forfeiture when no one came forward to contest the earlier order of interim forfeiture made by the court on November 2021. The court had, while granting the order for interim forfeiture, ordered the EFCC to publish a notice in a national newspaper inviting anyone with interest in the assets to show cause why they should not be finally forfeited to the federal government. The EFCC said it published the interim forfeiture order on April 2022 in a national daily as directed by the court and later applied for final forfeiture when no one came to court to contest the forfeiture order. Pandemonium broke out in Owode, Yawa South local government area of Ogun State when some men of the Nigerian army reportedly shot and killed 2 siblings for allegedly smuggling foreign rice. The incident, which happened on Sunday, angered the youth of the area who blocked the Shango Idiroko International Road in protest. The angry mob reportedly attacked an officer of the Nigerian Air Force, killing him in retaliation. It was learnt that trouble started when the officers accosted the elder brother in an attempt to seize his vehicle, which contained bags of foreign parboiled rice. It was gathered that the soldiers immediately fled the scene after shooting the siblings. We go on a short break. We will be right back.
Get human interest stories right here on MLC TV with entertainment, sports, business, culture, tourism, and fashion news stories all featured on MLC TV. Not forgetting political and current affairs news, state and federal government and people's matters will be discussed regularly on MLC TV. MLC TV, your one-stop online destination for unbiased, accurate news, entrepreneur ideas, and youth matters to the rest of the world. MLC TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone.
Welcome back. On foreign news, 42-year-old RISHI SUNAK has emerged as the new United Kingdom Prime Minister after winning the Conservative Party election. This was announced by the party in a tweet on Monday. SUNAK will succeed Liz Truss 7 weeks after she defeated him in the previous Tory contest. The ex-chancellor gained the support of well over half of Tory MPs, with Mordaunt struggling to reach the 100 MP threshold. He will become the UK's first British Asian Prime Minister and at 42, the youngest in more than a century. Labour have reiterated their call for a general election, as have the Scottish National Party. SUNAK, the former Chancellor of the Exchequer, who is the son of Indian immigrants, won the contest to replace the ousted Liz Truss, who resigned under pressure last Thursday. At least 3 people, including the suspect, have died and 7 others are injured after a shooting at a high school in St. Louis, Missouri. The gunman entered Central Visual and Performing Arts High School shortly after 9 o'clock local time on Monday. The doors of the school building were locked and it was not immediately clear how the suspect entered. The suspect, identified by police as a 19-year-old former student, exchanged gunfire with police and later succumbed to his injuries. His motive for the attack at the school of about 400 students is unclear. A teenage girl was pronounced dead inside the school, while 1 woman died in hospital, police told local media. The 7 injured, 3 girls and 4 boys, all had non-life-threatening injuries, according to local media. Students were running out of the school when officers arrived and said the attacker had a long gun, according to the city's police commissioner, Michael Sack. He said 7 security workers on site had acted quickly to notify other staff and contact police. The gunman was found to be carrying hundreds of bullets that were sorted into nearly a dozen high-capacity magazines. Sack later said, adding, "This could have been much worse." On sports, the Federal Ministry of Youth and Sports Development has relisted para-sports in the National Sports Festival, built to hold in Delta State from November 28. This comes 6 days after the National Council on Sports had made moves to remove para-sports from the country's biggest sports competition. Para-athletes across the country had staged protests in Edo and Akure, faulting the ministry's decision to remove their events from this festival. But in a statement signed by the ministry's Director of Press and Public Relations, Mohammed Manga, and made available to journalists on Monday, the ministry relisted para-sports at the National Sports Festival after consulting with stakeholders. The statement read, "The Federal Ministry of Youth and Sports Development, in consultation with stakeholders in sports, hereby released the following para-sports to the National Sports Festival in Delta State: para-athletics, para-table tennis, para-powerlifting, and deaf sports, athletics, and table tennis." The Sports Ministry, however, condemned the action of the athletes who protested the exclusion of their sports from the biennial event. Former Arsenal coach Unai Emery will return to the Premier League in November as the new head coach of Aston Villa, the English club, announced. Emery, who leaves his post at Spanish club Villarreal, takes over from Steven Gerrard, who was sacked last week after Villa slumped to a 3-0 defeat to Fulham. Villa said Emery was a highly experienced top-level coach who has managed over 900 games. The 50-year-old led Villarreal to Europa League success in 2021, beating Manchester United in the final before guiding them to the semi-finals of last season's Champions League, where they lost to Liverpool. Prior to that, he has also took Sevilla to 3 successive Europa League titles between 2013 and 2016, going on to lift Ligue 1 in France with Paris Saint-Germain. Villa said Emery, who was due to be out of contract with Villarreal at the end of the season, will take over from November 1st after work permit formalities are completed. And on entertainment, actor and comedian Leslie Jordan has died, aged 67, his agent has confirmed. The star, known for his roles in Will and Grace and American Horror Story, was killed in a fatal car crash in Los Angeles on Monday morning, U.S. media reported. Police told the LA Times that Jordan's car crashed into the side of a building and he was declared dead at the scene. Officers added that it was unclear whether Jordan was killed in the collision or whether he had suffered from a medical emergency beforehand. Born in Chattanooga, Tennessee in 1955, he came out as gay to his mother, aged 12, in the deeply conservative U.S. state. A host of Hollywood stars were quick to pay tribute to Jordan, with his Will and Grace co-star, Sean Hayes, hailing him as one of the funniest people ever had the pleasure of working with. And RuPaul's Drag Race, on which Jordan starred as a guest judge, wrote on Twitter, "Rest in peace, Leslie Jordan. Thank you for the countless laughs and for sharing your spirit with us all." And that is the size of our package today. Join us tomorrow at the same hour to watch our news as we give you updates on happenings within and across the globe. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, MLC TV. Like and follow our Facebook page, MLC TV, Instagram, MLC TV 2021, Twitter at MLC TV1. For your event coverage, information, contribution, advert and sponsorship, please call any of our numbers displayed on your screen. Join us Friday and Saturday to watch our special programs. It's MLC TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. I am Khadijat Mohammed. Please continue to be your brother's keeper to build a united and peaceful society together. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.